Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to the family, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's all you got to do to support the channel. And it's free 99. Now, listen, this is a very important month on Twitch for me. So, everybody that's on this YouTube, I need you to go and download the app. I know y'all don't be want to do another new shit, but if you don't got Twitch, I need you to go over there now because I got to reach 6K this month. That's my goal. And y'all gonna help me. Now help me. Now look, tap in with Toot. It's my Twitchy. I'm gonna put it in this here comment section. You feel me? Now look, we finna get into this video. Shout out to MOCA Unfiltered. MOCA then came on here and talked. Beautiful person, you feel me? And it looks like that she was having a, you know what I'm saying, a sit down, just a little talking about Kawana and Janelle. It looked like they were talking about NaZiyah and some things, you know what I'm saying, that the family experienced growing up, and that included, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people were sending me this here vid, so we're gonna get into it. Now, shit. Now let's go.
Nothing. Everybody who partake in this, they all should be burnt.
Facts.
All these people need to go straight to hell.
Facts.
Because there was too many children that got damaged. NaZiyah is missing, but the rest of these children are damaged for life.
Facts.
I agree. And then I'm gonna say,
and a lot of people don't even see it. I'm gonna tell you, the person who I've been thinking about a lot is Janiyah. You know, I can only imagine what she's going through because she was very close to NaZiyah. It was like a sister to her. She experienced some of the same traumas NaZiyah did. You dig what I mean? And then it's her mother and father that's the root of the issue. Like, all of the babies is going to be affected. Vari included.
say MOCA, and a lot of people may not want to hear this, but there is, I've said it multiple times, there is family members that don't do social media, that live out of town, that don't follow them, that didn't see the post. You get what I'm saying? They're
Right.
exempt. When it comes to the people that knew, everybody think, oh, the whole family. I hear that a lot. The whole family.
Kiwana, the men. Kiwana, the men in the family. Well, the men in the family, a couple of them knew about it, they ain't do shit. And then a lot of them knew about it. A lot of them knew about it and ignored it.
And that's always been a question. It's always women. Where are the men? Do they exist?
Well, it's a primary females, but there are men, but they didn't do nothing, or they didn't hear about it, or they didn't. I don't think nobody believed us personally, because even after she went missing, I don't think nobody believed us until Kim Worthy came out and said all that stuff. And even then, they still didn't react. So it was like,
wow.
Basically, I'm put it like this. One of the men in the family was telling me to stop. Don't do that. Don't go on the internet. Don't go on the talk on the news.
And that's because whoever that family member is, that's somebody that's close to Annette. It's like Annette has this grasp on many family members, and they're okay with the shit that she's doing and the shit that she's done. And while I have you on the panel, let me ask this question.
I agree. I seen somebody in the comments saying that men, you know what I'm saying, are weak. And it's really not men are weak. It's just men don't know how to lead. They leading women astray instead of leading the way they supposed to. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. Now listen, I have a whole wife, but I understand the dynamic and I understand the way it's supposed to be done. Men are not leading these households no more. So it's very hard for men to be respected. You dig? Women are taking on the brunt of a situation. So it's making the respect value in men decrease and decline. Now listen, don't hit me. It's some very good men out there. You know what I mean? But their images get ruined by these dummies. You know what I'm saying? It's sickening to me or whatever. But let's keep going.
What was Annette's upbringing like? What Annette's background? I mean, how was she, her people? Because this shit is sick.
So I've said it. I've said it a few times, MOCA. I do have a story to tell. And a lot of people, I understand, want to hear it. But I plan on having certain family members tell their story. I don't want to tell an adult story because that's not right. But she did have. I can say this: she had a horrible upbringing, and she experienced a lot of things that would damage that would damage her, and I'm not making that an excuse.
Shani.
I can
I'm just
tell.
only saying that a lot of women in my family have had a hell of a hand, and so
I can tell.
it's been rough. I was born into a family that
And see, that's a point. I want to just bring something up because see, that's the reason why we do Sister Sunday. That's the reason why Sister Sunday was formed, just for that reason she said. A lot of us, you know what I'm saying, has been dealt a fucked up hand in life. Preferably the black and brown girl childs, which is us. And see, the thing about it is, with us, bro, we preyed on while we're babies. So sometimes trauma is introduced to us before we even understand what trauma really is. You dig what I mean? At first, it's just a normalcy because it's something that we adapted to in our household. But see, that's why people think that I'm the type of person that want to do kumbaya moments, and that's not it. I want women to connect just for that alone. If we're not bonded by anything else, we're bonded by traumas. You feel what I mean? Myself included. Like, that goes for everyone. And that's why we got to be able to do better with each other, shawty. Like, we just going to experience things in different times. You know what I mean? Somebody going to experience it when they 19. Somebody going to experience it when they 25. Nobody is dumb. Nobody. It's a lesson that has to be learned, but sometimes people just learn it quicker. It don't make the person that's going through it weak or dumb. She just ain't learned from it yet. So let's show her, shawty. Like, instead of all this extra shit. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. But let's keep going. This is actually seem like this is a very good conversation. But let's keep going.
that I wasn't able to choose my family, and a lot of the women in my family weren't able to choose their family, and hell,
Correct.
the men as well.
Correct.
She absolutely has a story, and I would love to see her come forward and speak about
Miss
that,
Parker in here?
Right.
and say,
She
hey,
has to heal some way because if not,
Miss Parker, what the fuck was going on? I was on one of them Valiums. Not a Valium. I had a sleeping pill. I took me 2 Tylenol PMs and took me a couple shots and woke up to mayhem. We trying to figure it out now. We going to your live in a little bit. They got me going on a tour.
this shit will just continue recycling
right. But
and
I'll
more
say this:
damage is
I,
going
I
to be
make I
done.
make no excuse for no one, because again, I have my own story. Does it involve my mother's side? Because that was my mother's sister.
Right.
Again, I have a story to tell. It doesn't stop here. I'm just literally trying to keep the light on Naziah. I don't want to come out telling my, like, why now? What I'm talking about me, the sole
Facts.
the sole purpose of what we did and why we did it was to get justice for Naziah.
Facts.
You get what I'm
Correct.
saying? Literally.
And I really can't speak on it. All I know is what I was told. Like I told you, Lynette is way older than me.
Okay, so
So,
she's
but I
joined.
know,
Is this something you want to talk about?
huh?
I'm saying,
Hey, SD, welcome. SD, you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, I was trying to sign in. I couldn't do it from my phone. It was going to a whole nother account. So
Okay.
I had to get on my computer and sign in that way. But thanks for letting me join. I appreciate it.
No problem, sweetheart.
You hear me?
I hear you. We're able to
Okay.
hear you. Yes.
Yeah, so basically I heard it was only a few things that I heard because I was going back and forth trying to sign in, but I did hear Jarnell say something about her graduation day, and that was
Miss Parker, they uh SD arguing with Janelle and Kawana. They saying the fuck happened?
on purpose and done with malicious intent. I didn't remember that was your graduation day at all. We haven't spoken in weeks. That wasn't on purpose at all. It was simply me looking at old content, old interviews, and that is what drove me to go live and make my commentary. It had nothing to do with you personally. I was not trying to attack you, and I made that very clear.
So you don't think it
It's
would have
just I
made sense
felt
for you
like
to reach out if you had any feelings or any thoughts that you needed to
Kiwana,
clear?
did you not block me? Did you not
No,
remove
I
Kiwana? I
sent you
haven't
an
spoken to you
email.
Wait a damn. I know you fuck. Kawana and SD arguing? What the fuck?
for
I
weeks, and
sent you an
were you
email.
not
I
the one?
called you multiple
Were you not the
times.
one? Were you not the one?
You asked me a
Were you
question,
not? You
right?
have not called me. Were you not the
I
one?
have called
Were you
you. I
not the
can
one
screenshot the calls and I
that
sent you an email. And you know what I said in my email? I said I do not build relationships with people and bring them into my children's life because you've been on the phone with my daughters and then we just go ghost. I said, what's the problem? Is there something wrong? And from there, you said no. I just needed a mental
How did
break.
I
I
go ghost?
respected
And I
that.
told you that
I
I needed a
respected that.
mental
That was
break.
our last
How did I go
conversation.
ghost?
And then you went on
How
the
did I
internet
go
and
ghost
came for
when
me
I
and
told you I
Jarnell.
needed a mental
Period, point
break?
blank.
I
That's what
told
you
you I
did.
needed a mental
That's
break.
what you did.
I told you that I needed a
So how
mental
does your
break.
mental break?
I
How does
told
your
you that
mental
I
break
needed a
equal?
mental break, and
How
you
do your
responded,
mental break equal
okay.
going on the
I
internet
told you
and
that I
saying
needed a
things
mental
about me and Jarnell when you've been on
break,
three-way
and you
calls with me
responded,
and Jarnell for
okay.
hours
So,
at a
and
time?
then you
Make it
removed
make
me.
sense.
You removed me as a
Make it
friend
make
on
sense.
TikTok. You did
Do you
that. I
have
didn't do
our
that to
number?
you.
Do you have our number? Just answer
No,
the
you make
question.
it make
Do you
sense. I
have
didn't
our
do that to
number?
you.
Do you have our number?
Do you have
Do
my
you have
number?
our
Why did you
email?
send me an email if you got my number?
Do you have
Why did you send me
because
an
you weren't
email
picking
if
up
you
my
got my
phone
number, which
calls?
I have
And I was
mentioned
like, is she
that I
okay?
did get
I
an
was
email
genuinely concerned if you
from
were
you.
okay.
I did
I was genuinely
mention
concerned if you were okay.
that.
That's why
I
I
don't
sent
have
you an
no
email.
was Jarnell said
That's
she knew
why I
12
sent you
years
an
ago
email.
about Jarvis
That's
being a
why.
pedophile. That was it. If you knew 12 years ago that somebody was a pedophile,
Child.
why was this nigga around the kid? That was my whole issue. And if you got
couldn't
a
have
problem
called
with how
her and
I
asked
feel,
that.
that's on you.
You
Y'all
couldn't have
can't,
called her
and
and
I'm
asked that.
upset if
She
I think
spoke
that I
about
missed
that.
it
You
because
saw
I
her
wish that
speak
I would have
about it.
been asked
Why was
y'all
she
about that.
stopping answering your
I
question?
wish I would have been
Why was
asked
she
y'all
stopping
about why the
answering your
pedo was
question when we
around them
went on a
children for
whole
12
interview to
fucking
talk about
years.
it? Why
I
was
don't
she
even know
stopping answering your
how I
question?
missed that. So
You
nothing
missed
when I
it.
was communicating with y'all, that was fucking
So that's
genuine.
our
Be
fault
quiet,
that you
About
missed
you
the
and my
question you wanted to
children. My
ask.
kids was
Kiwana,
you from my
be
phone.
quiet.
And I
Okay,
think that's
so what exactly would you have done?
all this
Isis.
shit. Why would they say that?
What
That's why.
exactly
And
would you?
I haven't spoken to y'all in almost a month.
What exactly would you have done?
Because you got mad because I told you that I needed a mental break.
No, I didn't get
I don't
mad.
think she was mad about it. She actually called me genuinely concerned about you, saying she not answering the phone. I haven't heard from her.
And the next thing you know, you was on the internet dogging us out. You was getting exactly what you asked us to come
Hey,
on your
Kiwana,
Ladies, hold on.
I'm not about to argue on no internet with nobody.
Because I'm gonna put you all
Kiwana,
on.
you quiet.
We're not here.
No, don't argue with her.
Miss Parker. MOCA. What the fuck? Yo.
No.
It's gonna get cleared.
We're not here to
can't
argue.
even respond.
Okay,
We're not here to argue. Everybody's gonna take the time to speak their piece. No, there's no need to argue because the arguing is like we're gonna do it with the arguing. We're taking the focus up on NaZiyah, right?
Facts.
Okay, so
where this is gone, and it's just MOCA's personal opinion, where it's gone beyond NaZiyah. It's become personal.
Facts.
And it shouldn't be personal. It shouldn't be personal. And we all could sing together, but it only takes one person to speak at a time, and we could do it respectfully.
Why I get fussed at when I said the same thing? I just be getting fussed at for no reason.
You know, because there's no need to disrespect one another, because to my understanding, at one point you all had a relationship. You all were able to talk. You all were able to get things out.
Facts.
You all was able to kumbaya together. So now it's not the time for you all to be arguing because, y'all trying to get a point across, and you're not going to understand me. I'm not going to understand y'all, and nobody's going to understand y'all if everybody is screaming.
Facts.
And that's where we are.
Woo.
I want to answer the question. Then I want to ask a question. First of all, we never really went into detail how long I knew that Jarvis was a pedophile. I would like to know what exactly would you have done, because I did everything that I could do.
I mean, she really couldn't have did anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she did everything. I mean, in my personal opinion, and I mean, we said this 4 months ago. You know what I'm saying? But with Janelle, I feel like they did everything they could do. They reported the incident. We seen the CPS paperwork to confirm that. CPS did an investigation that they deemed wasn't important, so they got swept back up under the rug. Even when they tried to make it a point to get the children, Annette and them blocked them. I mean, it's really only so much they could have did from their side. And I mean, I feel like what they did do was all they could do at that particular time, especially understanding how everything panned out. I mean, Annette and them had police on their side. I mean, they was a needle in a motherfucking haystack.
Hello? Is she
SD
still there?
there?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
I'm here.
Yes, So SD Janelle asked you a question just now. And right now it's not a good look. Honestly, it's not a good look. You know, the going back and forth.
Man, are you
Yeah, I'm
serious?
not about to argue about it. And I did what I
definitely
did.
not a good look, because you guys have been on SD's panel, and you know y'all spoke several times. Yeah, and y'all gave information, you know, something that the people could use. And to be arguing right now, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, because I mean, what's the point? You know, I mean, if there's something that could be rectified, MOCA actually encourages it. If it could be rectified, I encourage that. You know, but to be going back and forth and nothing is being ironed out and nothing is really coming out of it to argue, but everybody has an opinion, everybody has a point, and everybody's feelings are valid. But it's not gonna tell us where NaZiyah is.
That's true. And I've just been in total support of just that, honestly.
Right. And supporting her and supporting us.
I'm not mad at either.
We're the reason that
y'all
there's
keep
a
running
story at all.
Janelle, okay?
I'm
You know, I'm really not.
angry
And
at
I
you
want
either,
to
but I
make
don't
that.
like. But I just feel like this is what I feel like. One, you posted a picture, and I asked you to take it down. You didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Two, then you spent this
And
narrative.
let me say, that wasn't on purpose, Janelle. I had no idea that was the song.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, but I asked you to take it down, and it's still up.
All I was doing was just reflecting the screen on that thread of that account. And I was going through the photo. So that's why it was a quick.
But I asked you to take it down, and you used the picture to show how close of a relationship that I had with Shannon.
Right. Absolutely.
To put me in the same light as Shannon.
Yeah.
That wasn't that I agreed with what was going on. You said that I knew that he was a pedophile for 12 years.
Yeah, we were going through the page and trying to figure out if that was really Janiah's page. That's a whole nother round chat. That's two different lines. But that is what you said. You said that.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
No, let me finish. What did I say?
Go ahead, Shay.
Pardon me, Jarrell.
I said what?
I said that is what you said. You said you had known for 12 years.
I knew that he was a pedophile for 12 years, but I asked you what exactly was I supposed to do other than what I did.
And my response to that was whatever I said on my live.
I didn't watch all of it. I saw bits and pieces of it, and people screen record and sent to me.
What do you
I
think
didn't
you
watch
should have
it.
done?
But anyway, I did everything that I can do. Michigan is an unrestricted state. Jarvis was not on parole. He did not have any type of restrictions on him being around children. He did not have any restrictions. I contacted the people proper channel, got him on the registry.
And the live on community.
But at the end of the day.
And the live on community activity.
Huh? At the end of the day, ladies, this is what I want y'all to understand. At the end of the day.
No, she needs understanding. Yeah, she needs to understand it. So I want to help her understand. You said I didn't say that on the Community Action Network because the podcaster did not ask.
No, it's not about me understand. I understand. I it. In the interview, you stated that it was said multiple times that he wasn't supposed to be around children. That was said. I didn't make that up. I just reacted to what you said. So in knowing that he wasn't supposed to be around children, you tell me that and people that's well acquainted and with people in high place, what other measures could you have taken to make sure that he was not around the children and that NaZiyah, because what I was thinking was, damn, NaZiyah been going on for so long. That's what I was thinking. This has been going on for years, and then some people in the family knew that Jarvis was in Shanna's life since she was 16. And
I know for a fact that she was in his life for 16 since she was 16. But that is what we were told.
That's not true, though.
And SD, in their defense, listen to this. In their defense.
But I was only going off of what you said. This is what they're saying.
This is what they're saying, SD. In their defense, this is exactly what they're saying. What they're saying is this. You communicated with them for a while behind the scenes.
Facts.
Whatever you wanted to know, that's what they're telling me. Whatever it is that you wanted to know, you asked and they gave you what you needed.
Facts.
Then they went on your panel. They aired it out. They said what they wanted to say. Now what they're saying today is that they're hurt.
Because you could have called them. See, I mean, I understand where they're coming from on this type of thing. I mean, I think we all know that, you know what I'm saying, SD had a rapport with Kawana and Janelle. Definitely did. So I felt like any other questions, she could have called them. You know what I'm saying? And just ask them before putting it on a public platform. Because then it comes across, the perception of it is like a mess. You know what I'm saying? It comes across messy. But let's keep going.
They're disgusted. All of that because what you came out here and said in a recent podcast, they're feeling that you could have hit them up behind the scenes and asked the same questions that you put out there.
Facts.
And that's what they're saying. And they just feel that they were disrespected that way because they thought they had a better relationship with you.
Facts.
That's
you
what,
did exactly what they did to us. The very reason why you asked us to come on and you supported us so greatly and you had our
and I was under the impression exactly that what they did. The thing. It really wasn't exactly what they did. I just seen it and I reacted like, damn.
But that's not how you do things when you
I just seen it and I reacted and again, someone. I didn't have Janelle's personal contact information. Let me make that clear. I didn't have Janelle's contact information. Let me just make that clear. As far as Kiwana, did you not remove me? Did you not do that?
Remove you from what, though?
Did you not?
What are you saying? Remove you from what?
From TikTok?
You removed me from...
All right, let's keep going.
Social media. You did.
I thought you got another
So what does that says to me? That says that, okay, pardon me? What you say, Janelle?
I thought she had got another TikTok. She changed it.
That's not what she told me, and I don't know nothing about that. All I know is that we were.
So let me get this right. We on this right now because they just trying to iron out their issues. SD, Kawana, and Janelle. Like what? So something. So it sounds like to me. Just correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So it looked like that. SD put something up on the channel that Kawana felt, I mean, that Janelle felt like she could have talked to her about before she put it out there? You know what I mean?
Okay,
I think the
you're
internet
breaking up.
is breaking
But
up.
at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we're not getting nowhere with this. Absolutely nowhere because it's personal. At this point, it's very personal, and
It really
it's all about
I don't want
Naziah.
to say
I'm
it was
not gonna
personal.
lose
And
focus.
it sounds like
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose focus on Naziah. I'm not gonna lose focus on Naziah, and I believe that whatever it is that you guys have going on, I pray to God that you all can move forward from it because you all have actually built something, and I pray that you all can move forward from it. Because we all should be here with the same goal in mind, and that's seeking justice for Naziah. No matter how we get it, it's all about justice for Naziah. And that's exactly where I am. That's exactly where I want to stay. I want to talk about, who's involved and who did what and who ain't did shit. That's where MOCA is. All this other stuff, no, it's like it's a nasty game being played, and it's worse
it was
than
no
Joe
nasty
Camel.
game on my part, Mocha.
This is worse than Joe Camel and MD 2020. Ain't nobody got time for all of this shit. We
Facts.
just want Naziah, y'all.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, my thing is I'm very big on trust. I'm very big on trust, and I've had this conversation with SD. As well as she had this conversation with me. You promised me from your mouth that you would never do anything malicious. You would, if there's something that we needed to talk about as far as our friendship, you would always come to me. You made that promise, and you did the complete opposite. If you, and again, I appreciate you, Mocha, and I understand where you coming from. But
P1, you removed
shame,
me. We were
look,
not
fool
in
me one
contact.
time,
You
shame
removed
on
me. We
you.
were not in contact.
Shame
That's
on you.
cool.
Stop
Fool me
cutting her
twice.
off.
I
Okay,
can't even
fool me
blame you.
once.
She just keep cutting. She keep cutting her off. Like everybody had the floor, and I just feel like just let her have the floor. But it's like every time it seemed like Kawana or Janelle is trying to say something, it's just kind of like you can't hear because they're going back and forth.
I felt like my
No.
trust was broken too when you decided to remove yourself from me
What
too.
is
You did that.
removing you? Okay,
You
so
did
let me
that.
get this straight. Let me ask you a question
So
because
me
I
having an
haven't really had
opinion
a chance
about
to
something
speak,
that was
Mocha.
said,
Mocha, I just want to get out what I
me
want to
having an
say.
opinion about something that was said, I'm entitled to that opinion.
I just want to get out what I want to say because I
Go
haven't had
ahead.
a chance to speak. You keep saying that you were removed from my social media. So you telling me that removing somebody from a unfollow would equal somebody going on the internet and
Facts.
saying things about somebody that you considered your friend.
Nah, I gotta agree with that wholeheartedly. That pillow talk shit is just that. You know what I'm saying? And then it seems like they kind of felt like they were friends. So when you are a friend, and it's crazy because I too just experienced the same type of fuck shit. If you're my friend, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, I feel like you owe it to me to come to me first before anything, bro. Like that's just the way it is. Y'all know I'm biased on this part, so I'm gonna just keep playing press and play. Shit,
You
cause hell
consider
nah.
that an equal?
No, it's
That's
not
an
an equal.
equal?
Nope, nope,
I
nope,
beg to
I just don't
differ.
nope.
agree with the
I
12
beg to
years
differ.
plus knowing that he was a sex
You
offender.
keep,
That's it.
but she's
And
explained
if you're
that
supposed to be
she
my
called the
friend, why
state
did you remove
police.
me?
She called the state
If you were
police.
my friend, why
Can I
did you
finish
remove
speaking?
me?
I'm asking. I'm
Why?
asking for a friend. She called the
I'm
state
asking you
police.
why.
She got him
Why
put
did
on
you do
central
it?
registry. She complained about it, and they told her it was nothing they can do because he doesn't have restrictions. Her question to you is once again, what exactly did you
That's not
expect for
what
her
was
to do?
said on the
She's
interview,
telling you
Tijuana.
now.
That's not what was said.
It was said if you
So
go back
that
and
okay,
listen.
thank you. But and I asked y'all to leave a comment and she left a comment, but it still wasn't that. She still didn't
You
say
could
that
have
in the comment
asked
section.
though.
She
If it
said
wasn't
he
said
can
in the
be
interview,
around
dog,
I
you
didn't
had
children.
a
say it in the
possible
comment section
relationship.
because
That's
Girl,
what she
I
said.
really
Ooh,
don't be watching
child.
this stuff. I
girl.
might hop in for 2
Right
minutes and then
now,
I'm
y'all got
gone.
me with ooh, child.
I'm not
Ooh,
even about to
child.
It's done. It wasn't one thing. It was three things. Three straight days.
So I was feeling the way about that comment that was said on the interview.
Who underwater? Is it just me? Do anybody else? It seemed like somebody's underwater. What I'm just trying to understand is like why. How, from my last knowing, I thought that SD was kind of like, I mean, I know for a fact that she had a rapport with Janelle and Quana. I'm really trying to understand like how I got to this.
About
three straight days. My child on the internet, or she said she didn't know who he was, but I asked her to remove the photo. Okay. Not just because my child was there, but other minor children were there.
Okay, so Janelle seen, so she must have, so she posted a thumbnail or she posted something that had children, minors involved. Okay, I get it now. Okay, let's get it.
And then I'm in the comments, they're talking about my daddy molested my sister and all this different stuff, and I'm like, and I used to live with King.
Those are things that
she said that personally.
Not say. I don't know
down everything you said
about none of that. Somebody else has comments. So you have to be very.
You want me to write it
I understand. Okay.
I never
we
said
have
that.
a very different understanding of opinion versus assumption.
That's right.
Yeah, but
you could have said I don't agree with her not doing anything.
I want to say that at this point,
verbatim that came out of your mouth is an assumption. That's not an assumption. You verbatim, you said exactly what I said. I wrote it down. I played the video. That's what you said. Like what?
So you only had what that podcaster didn't ask me any further questions on that. So you only had that bit of the information.
They talk, yes, it's possible.
And she didn't ask me what I did.
Y'all didn't watch
she didn't ask me what I did.
You gonna watch the full time?
My name gonna come up? P.S. Lovely? Who, me?
Okay, well, I'm telling you now, and I could have told you before you went on there. Listen, I'm telling you now what I did. And I could have told you before you went on the internet and did what you did. So you ran with assumptions. That was not an opinion. Right. That was your assumption. It was a blatant, flat out fucking lie. So you did what the fuck you did, not one day, but 2, 3 fucking days in fucking row. And I normally don't even fucking get like this, but I'm here.
I was about to say Janelle? That's Janelle? That D coming out, woo! Janelle probably like, I done graduated now. I can go crazy. No, but I ain't never heard Janelle talk like this and shit. What the fuck went on?
Because you brought me here. And then you want to come on here and try to defend yourself? Girl, fuck you.
Because
take the shit down and I'm sorry I did it that way. Maybe I could have fucking did it better. But don't come on here and try to defend that bullshit when you fucking did.
Okay, so you Janelle, I'm done.
I said my piece. I don't talk back and forth with no motherfucking body. When I ain't did nothing but be respectful to you. Don't bring this bitch up out of me.
Okay,
that's
so what I have an
opinion about it, and it's that just
no, SD, I had you on mute. I don't want you. If you keep on muting yourself, I'm gonna drop you from the panel, because what we're not gonna do, we're not gonna have all this screaming, shouting, everybody feeling like it's a talk over one another, and we get nothing done.
Facts.
We get nothing done. We have to understand and respect feelings, because even now.
Janelle said, girl, fuck you. I'm like, what the hell happened, bro?
See, even now, we still have not gotten nowhere
to find an NaZiyah.
Because what didn't happen just now? You all, it's personal. It's personal.
Mocha, do you understand why it's personal? I don't care what you say about me, but you got my kid picture on the fucking internet. And I asked you to take it down.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
And then now that you know that that's my kid, you gonna defend yourself? No. Right. What's wrong with that?
Well, all I can say in regards to that, and all Mocha's gonna say in regards to that is this. Look. Now, And I have to be fair because MOCA deals with, I stand on business and I'm fair with it all. Now, SD, what I'm going to say is this. If you all had like I said before, you all were talking behind the scenes or whatever, y'all had something going on. And if they reached out to you and asked you, could you remove a child's picture, off of the internet, you should have responded to them behind the scene and told them, look, I'm not taking it down because of XYZ, or, I choose to leave it up because of ABC.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of just letting it go on and on and on, and it ends up to this.
Facts.
And it shouldn't have to be all of this. It really shouldn't have to be on this, like this.
Because guess what, MOCA? And guess what, SD? Although you did what you did, we still giving you grace. We not telling your business and what you got going on. How are we? Have we done that? No.
I don't have anything to hide. I've spoken about what I got going on to you and on
let's speak
my
about why you
platform.
did
Some things have been with you.
Let's speak about why you did what you did then.
But it's okay.
You judging her. Let's speak about why you did what you did.
I don't have anything to hide.
You're a mother. You sitting on here telling her what she should have did. Why did you do what you did?
No, I said someone that knows, that is aware of a person being a pedophile for 12 years is concerning to me. That's what I said.
And now that you know what
and I'm going to stick to it.
Now that you know
what
I feel the way about that. And it's nothing.
Well, I feel the way about my kids being on the internet. That should be concerning to you.
So at the end of the day,
yeah, because I'm just trying to understand why would her kid be up? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the story is about Janelle knowing, why would the children be up? Can somebody help me understand that part? Like, why was the children up?
I'm done with it. I'm not about to talk about it no more. I'm done. It ain't nothing else to say.
No more to talk
What's done
about.
is done, and what's gonna be did, gonna be did. End of discussion.
At this point, ladies, there's no more to be talked about.
No, it's
absolutely no more to be talked about when it comes to this.
I don't talk.
Because in my opinion, let me tell y'all how I feel about it. I'm gonna tell you all exactly how MOCA feels about it. Right now, this is childish as shit. This don't look like a damn thing grown folks do. Nothing. Because in my opinion, if something was supposed to be rectified, it should have been rectified. It really should have been rectified. It shouldn't have come to this. It should have not come to this. And as grown women, Janelle and Kawana came up here. I started my commentary. Something that didn't sit well with them, so they came to clear their piece. I invited you up here, SD, to clear your piece. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to sit up here and go back and forth. We're not going to argue. If you can't speak your piece in a ladylike manner and get your point across, there's no need in speaking, because ain't a damn thing going to get solved. Facts. And we're just going to be going back and forth, and I got a headache because this is bullshit.
Yeah, I just want to lay on MOCA lap. She remind you of the grandmother go off on your ass, nigga. No, I just love how she talk. Look, he going. But this is crazy.
Okay, I'll tell you
because it could have been. It could have.
Can I say something?
It didn't even have to be.
Now I'm gonna tell Janelle, because it's not easy for me to just remove my lives and repost them. But if you feel a way about your son, it wasn't on purpose. So I could do my big one and just take it down and then do my best to re-upload it. If that makes you feel better, because it really was no ill intent there. I had no clue that was your son. I had no clue that was her son until she said it. And I wasn't reached out to behind the scenes. I want to make that clear. I wasn't reached out to. So I didn't know.
I posted a comment, but I appreciate that. But it's not just him; it's the other kids too.
Hold on,
it's not just him; it's the other kids too.
And a lot of this stuff is on. Even that is pictures on Shannon's page. It's on Shannon's page, y'all. It's everywhere.
If Shannon want to be a fucking idiot and leave her page open, that's on her. But somebody who I'm associated with, I would appreciate them not to exploit the children on the internet, and they got to go to school and deal with this shit.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the
I mean, that was the main reason why I didn't never really kind of go on Shannon's page, because even though it is open to Shannon's page, those are still other people's children. So even though we're not journalists on these platforms, we still have to have journalistic integrity. You still have to make sure that it's okay for them kids to be posted. Now, you can post a picture, but you got to blur the children out for a lot of different reasons. These people is crazy. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it's just like, it's some people out there that is so psychopathic, they'll be willing to hurt anybody that's part of these people family. So I can definitely understand that part.
Okay, that's okay. Mocha, what else you want to talk about?
About just
at the end of the
I'm
day,
not about to keep being real back into this conversation.
We have to look at the situation we're in right now, right? NaZiyah is missing. NaZiyah is missing. NaZiyah is missing.
Facts.
At the end of the day, NaZiyah is missing.
Thanks.
And exploiting kids on the internet. We don't know where NaZiyah is.
Facts.
We don't know who got NaZiyah. We don't know none of that. And we're on the internet doing all kind of shit, talking all kind of shit. We don't know who's watching.
Facts.
We don't. So, and we're exploiting children. Especially from a family with all of this shit going on and all the shit that's moving in Detroit like that. Something got to stop.
Can I speak, please? Please,
yes,
may
ma'am. Go ahead on.
I'm not exploiting children.
You said, can I, hold on. I said,
no, I heard you say it was on Shannon's page.
I asked so politely, please. Now, we told you that the children have been going through mental things. We told you one of the children was trying to commit suicide. You've heard that. If you didn't hear from us, you definitely heard it. If you watched our interviews, we told you how we feel about people putting their pictures out because they're children. The same way you would feel. You were mother first, supposedly. So you should understand that. Then you mentioned that Zayarius was supposed to be like Jarvis. Just because you heard that wasn't right for you to go back and say he's a child. Would you like somebody to say that about your child or say something, regardless of what it was? He's a minor.
I didn't say, I said someone else said that. I said I said
that's what
that.
I'm saying. I'm saying you repeated it.
It's
That's
okay,
what we
Juwan.
said, and that's what's circulating. I only
What you say, Jay?
It's okay. I expect that, for people who don't know me or don't have a relationship with me, but not for somebody who has had intimate conversations with me.
And you not
so
taking that
it's okay.
And you only apologizing for one thing when you wrong for the whole thing. You wrong.
It's okay. You can't. Everybody don't see this. Like it's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it.
You can call us to say, "Oh, don't fuck
I
with
do
Toot.
have an opinion.
Don't fuck with such and such.
I
Don't
have
fuck
an
with
opinion.
Ratchet."
And you know what, both of
anyway.
we had a conversation too, so I'm
we gonna talk about it. P100 about it.
Just like Kiwana, we're not about to do this. I'm not about to do this.
No, it's not.
I'm okay with it.
It don't even work. It's not gonna get anywhere. I'm not about to argue and not get
nowhere. Y'all out my character.
Yeah, so like I said once before, the arguing won't get y'all nowhere. Well, it's disgusting.
Mocha, we came on here, me and Janelle, to talk to you, and she's not taking accountability.
What me and Ratchet had to do with anything? SD, why not fuck with me? I don't even know you. What the fuck is it? Y'all for real?
To be in our face as a friend and to go behind our back on her podcast.
Right. It's just too much. It's too much. And like I said, I want to keep the focus on NaZiyah. The questions were coming. They were being answered. We were getting what we wanted out of it. But the arguing, the back and forth, this misunderstanding, and all, I know now MOCA don't do all of that. MOCA, and I will not start today. And now it's like people in the comments, like, now they're livid because Toot name is coming up. I love Toot. I love her dearly. So now it's like, every time
I really appreciate
something.
I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, I really do. I appreciate you coming up here.
But I'm not about to argue about this.
And it was a beautiful
I don't
thing.
even like to be like this. Nope.
I know. So SD, if you're done, we could drop you and we could finish our conversation about NaZiyah with Jernell and Kawana. We appreciate you for coming up.
Okay, don't.
So I have all the respect in the world for Toot. I do. And I have a problem. With behind the scene conversations. Behind the scene conversations bring shit like this to the forefront. It really does. And it's not going to be a good look at the end of the day. And as a content creator, I've always said, if we're out here speaking on these babies, we have to be in a genuine place. We have to come out of a place of love and respect.
Facts.
But then when you can't sit here and own your shit, that becomes a problem.
You know, the thing about this type of shit is this. It's bothersome a little bit because I mean, if you rewind, like I think 4 or 5 months ago, like right when it was just a lot of talk about family, I was praying for everybody to leave it off the internet because I just always felt like that was gonna always outshine NaZiyah and to advocate for NaZiyah. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why, and I say this on every video shot. I don't know why this little girl tugged at my heart. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But you know, I never wanted all of this to come from it. You feel what I mean? Some people we live in a world right now to where I feel like social media desensitizes everything. So when you do have a person that have very great intentions, a person to look at you like, nigga, what the fuck is you in this for? You know what I'm saying? My heart break because I wanted any family. I wanted all of the family. I was hoping that everybody could just stop arguing just so everybody can come together one day for NaZiyah. And it just breaks my heart that it come from this. I don't understand what SD problem is with me. I swear I don't. Like, bro, like, if anything, you know what I'm saying? I reacted to her video. I gave her flowers on a great ass interview. And then it was coming to where I was doing videos about her and all of this shit. Now you get me all out of character, having me looking like a damn fool, adding to the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just really don't understand what her problem is with me. Like why they shouldn't fuck with me other than, you know what I'm saying, you wanted to have the exclusive. Baby girl, I had the exclusives to them. And I'm not downplaying Kiwana and Janelle. But my focus has always been NaZiyah. And like I said in the beginning, the things that you talked about, I didn't even talk about. So it was your world. So for you to feel some type of way about me is crazy. Crazy as hell. Like, I don't even understand. We don't even do the same type of content. Some do this shit for likes. I do it for real. We out in these streets. We out in these streets, bro. You dig what I mean? So I just don't understand what her issue is with me. It's like, my nigga, I didn't do nothing to none of y'all folks. What the fuck is going on? It should be crazy.
That becomes a problem because I stand on business at the end of the day. So if anybody's comfortable talking about anybody else behind the scenes, well, MOCA, your black ass ain't no different from being discussed behind the scenes. I got a problem with that. And I respect you, Jernell. I respect Kawana to the highest because y'all came up here and y'all gave us a lot of things that we had no idea about.
Facts.
Y'all gave us some things that we really need clarification too. But then when the argument started, I don't do arguments. I would never, ever do arguments because this is not what we do here.
Well, now it makes sense a lot to when I had to sit down with Janelle and Kiwana on why they felt a certain type of way. because they already felt like they established a rapport with SD. So outright, their loyalty would be to them. So if she was saying some outrageous shit, then they probably already came into that situation with you know what I'm saying, with Anna. Which I understand to a point, but no. Because, you know, some women got to be responsible for their own mind. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever like that. And I just feel like, damn, Shawty, like, whatever Shawty had to say to them had to be so much of a blasphemy that, like, damn, all I just wanted to do was celebrate the baby. It had nothing to do with nothing else. But it's making sense now, like that, because I didn't understand the shit.
And I don't do mess. Messy don't happen here. Messy don't live here. Messy definitely don't live here. But I appreciate Jernell. I appreciate Kawana for the information that they did bring here. They brought some shit here that we didn't know. And I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all, we lost our guests. I appreciate that. But when you're messy, nothing ever gets solved. I don't do messy in real life. So why would I come out here screaming and hollering justice for NaZiyah? And everything you hear is messy, messy, messy. We all could give commentary. We all could give commentary. But we got to know what we're doing. We got to know what we're saying. And we can't just keep throwing people under the bus just because we feel like that's how we feel at the moment. We just can't do that. And this shit flipped so quick. So quick. And all we want to know is where's NaZiyah? So all we wanted to know is, where's NaZiyah? That's all we wanted to know.
All I know is that some people do things for like reasons that Sai, can you please send me Miss Parker's video? We're gonna get into hers next, because those were all the videos that I was getting sent. I'm just trying to remember everything. If anybody can email it to me. You know, some people do stuff for just the wrong intentions. And don't get me wrong, like I know that we're doing this, we're taking a chance on ourselves when we got out here and we do these videos. It becomes our livelihood. And I understand that we all have bills to pay. But at some point you gotta have integrity to certain things. There was a lot of things that I didn't touch only because of the simple fact that if it's something that I feel like can be permanent, right? And it could be damaging. You have to, it's not always worth $1. Thank you, boo. It's not always worth $1. You know what I'm saying? I never understood why that girl came for me. And I said it. And you know, I lost my shit one night. And I said it. Just don't mention me again in your fucking life. Because see, I'm from Detroit too. And I know I seen it. I seen it in Jernell. You can only be the good guy to some point, and then that dog come out. You know what I mean? And I'm in a place to where I'm really trying to refrain from that dog. Shit, the fuck? And I never understood her issue with me. But that's terrible. That's terrible. Because see, what happened was, and I'm just gonna be honest with it. What happened was is that lady tricked Kawana and Jernell out of a blessing. One of the biggest blessings. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to celebrate their family. Because see, at the end of the day, I understood I didn't get into the family shit. Because I got family shit. That's not important shit to talk about. We all done came from some fucking where. We can't dwell in the past of the shit. All we can do is rewrite the future. So whatever the fuck we went through didn't matter. That's why I didn't understand the videos of what Roxy could have did, what Kawana could have did. She knew for 12 years. Okay. But see, listen, that don't matter no more. It don't matter what nobody knew. We're here now. And the fact of the matter is we looking for this baby. You talking about that shit is not bringing us closer to the baby. What you're doing is taking us farther away from the baby. Because now when a nigga Google NaZiyah Harris, instead of the motherfuckers who did her wrong coming up, we got family arguing. You know what I'm saying? And when I was saying this shit 3 months ago, niggas was looking at me like I had 8 heads. It didn't matter to me what niggas did. It mattered what niggas did in the present. You feel what I mean? I didn't give a fuck because, nigga, my family was just as fucked up as Lady them. I ain't finna judge them folks. I want to be able to celebrate this baby. Nigga. Like, and it was like when I was saying this shit, it was like niggas was looking at me like I was the bad guy. I wasn't trying to be the bad guy. I want to put the focus on NaZiyah. She already done got overshadowed by everything else. I just wanted one day when we made it about her. About her. About just her. Nigga, no daddies, no mamas, no grandmas, no brothers, no aunts, no cousins. About just her. Because it seems like in her 13 years, she could never have a day when it was just about her. God damn. Like, I just don't get it. Y'all stay tuned. We finna get in much Parker shit. Get off. Let me just shut up before I've been and start drinking. What time is it? I've been had me a fucking mimosa.